It's finals day at Sail Melbourne. The top 10 in each Olympic class battle it out for victory in Melbourne as part of the 7-stop ISAF Sailing World Cup. With the medal race being worth double points, it all comes down to one final race. The last day of Sail Melbourne also acts as the official Kids and Spectators Day. A range of activities for kids, including introductions to windsurfing, stand-up paddleboarding and kayaking, are complemented by the opportunity for the public to step into the world of sailing. Spectacular Melbourne conditions on Port Phillip Bay, with a southwesterly breeze of 15 to 20 knots, delivering great conditions for the medal races. First to race was the Finn class. Current leader Australian James Patterson was slow off the start line, forcing him to split from the fleet in search of clean wind. Fellow Australian Henry Bagnall led the fleet at the windward mark, but Patterson muscled his way to the lead by the time they reached the leeward mark. A great battle took place between the two boats. In the end, Bagnall taking the race, rewarding him with the silver medal overall. Enjoying the conditions, Patterson was second across the line, securing his Sail Melbourne gold medal.
Wave's really nice. Pity we haven't had that for the last couple of days, but yeah, it was really good conditions today. Nice and fun.
The 49er class showed their speed off the line in the 15-knot southwesterly. New Zealanders Burling and Tukey led at the windward mark, with the Phillips brothers from Australia close behind. Class leaders Outridge and Jensen followed in third, and with no position changes around the course, their third place securing another regatta win.
Great to have another win. That makes it 5 in a row for us now, so we're pretty happy with that, and good preparation for us leading into the Worlds in the Bahamas in 2 weeks, so we couldn't have hoped for anything better.
Across to the laser class, and only 4 points separated American Clayton Johnson and Canadian Michael Lee. The two keeping a close eye on each other before the start. Johnson succeeded with the stronger start of the two, Lee being forced to the right, chasing clean air. With a series of intense mark roundings and position changes, it all came down to the final leg and a nail-biting finish. Lee, squeezing in at 8th, managed to place 5 boats between him and Johnson at 14th, giving the overall win to the Canadian.
That last downwind that really sort of sealed it, because we all rounded pretty close. Malte looked like he was going to make a little run at the outside, but managed just to, well, have something a little extra, I guess.
All eyes then turned to the laser radial women. After winning the start, current series leader Paige Rayleigh of the States got buried by the fleet, opening the door for Marit Bouwmeester of the Netherlands, who was trailing by only 1 point. Winning the race, taking her from 5th to 3rd overall and the bronze medal, was New Zealander Sarah Winther. Bouwmeester came in at 8th, ahead of Rayleigh at 18th, giving the Dutch girl the gold medal, Rayleigh the silver.
Yeah, last race was crazy. Dead last at the top wind mark. I was like, uh-oh.
Australians Page and Belcher continued their domination of the men's 470 class. Leading from the start, the pair progressively expanded their lead. Page and Belcher finishing the race an impressive 140 metres or 34 seconds ahead of the American team of McNay Beale in 2nd overall. Ever focused, already looking forward to the 2nd stop of the ISAF Sailing World Cup in Miami.
The thoughts going forward is it's a long season. This is the first regatta. It's a nice build-up. Of course, everyone, like to win the first event. We're happy we've done that. We look forward to heading to Miami, and there'll be a lot more boats, we think, in Miami. So it'll be a tough challenge, but yeah, we can gain a lot of confidence.
A similar story in the 470 women, with the New Zealanders Ayla and Powrie taking the final race and the overall gold, followed by the Australian team of Omey and Hall. The final class on Port Phillip was the RSX. Series leader in the men, Leonard Ong from Singapore, looked strong warming up, but after failing to pull off a port start, found himself well down the fleet. Young Australian Luke Bailey revelled with some time at the head of the fleet, but Colombian Nicolas Lozano was hard on the chase, followed by Australian Tim Gourlay. Lozano managed to take the lead and hold it to the end, giving him the gold medal at Sail Melbourne. Placing third over the line was the Australian Tim Gourlay, securing the silver medal. In the women's, after initially finding herself down the fleet, Australian Jessica Crisp made a late charge, placing second in the final race, which easily delivered her the gold medal and, surprisingly, her first ever victory in Melbourne.
It's great to sail down here. It's always great conditions. The race is always run really well. You know, you get to sail in everything and it's fantastic.
The presentation of medals and a final opportunity to party wraps up the first round of the ISAF Sailing World Cup. With a range of conditions, competitive racing and plenty of fun ashore, Sail Melbourne delivered the goods again this year for local and international guests. We look forward to seeing you next year.